Now is it working? Are y'all seeing this? Is it working? I'm confused. Can y'all see me? You're here? Are you here? Is it working? And I can see the chat. I can even see the chat now. And that was the reason I went out on it, because it wasn't letting me see what y'all were. And hello, Hadley Wooden. Internet in Missouri's been spotty. There's Gail. Hi, Gail Martin. All right, we'll try it. But I'm going to work, and y'all are going to chat. I'm back. Lori, I'm trying to do this. All right, I'm going to get this pinned on there if I can, and then go cut me some batting. This is one of them paying jobs. I need to be working on it. Here's my pins. Y'all want to know what I found yesterday that I had lost? Y'all know how I'm all the time losing stuff? Well, several months ago, I lost my driver's license. Do some of y'all remember that? And I couldn't find them driver's license any place. And so I went, got a hold of the state and bought me a new driver's license. And you know what? Yesterday, I found my driver's license. So now I got two of them. They got mixed up with some little labels where it was. It got stuck down in there. How they got there, I don't know. But I found them after months. A person has to have their driver's license. But mine was lost, and I had just worried about it until I finally figured out how to get a new set. Then I finally found the old one. I think it's getting warm in here finally. I didn't bring no cookies up here with me. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, you rock. I can see the chat. I logged out of it because I wasn't seeing the chat. So y'all are finding me. I'm not trying to hide from you. We finally got above freezing, and the house is actually dripping this afternoon here, Maryland. Boy, it's been cold. All right, I'm going to roll this onto this bar. See if I can do that. Roll it on there, and I'm going to smooth it out as I go. Don't want to get no wrinkles in it if I can help it. Hi, Jody Clark. Still below freezing in North Texas. We've got a little bit above freezing now, but it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There's that wrinkle. Let me get that wrinkle out. Metasweet, hello, Metasweet. Festus, Missouri is 32 degrees. It's a heat wave. It was pretty good when we want it to be 32 or above, ain't it? Because we've had so many hours of below freezing. Hello, Lisa. Marilyn says, it's been so long since I've been anywhere. I'm climbing the walls, going across the ceiling and down the other wall. I don't mind staying home, but I'm afraid to even walk out on the ice, though. And Kim says, hi, Lisa. And well, yeah, welcome to Lisa. Marilyn, you'll be okay. And June's laughing at Marilyn. Kim says, Marilyn, I haven't had my door or blinds open since last Thursday. Are you asking me? Are you asking me if I teach long arming? I'll show you what little I know, but I don't claim to be an expert on anything. I just kind of get the job done, but I'm not the expert. But I bet you there's some ladies on here that know a whole lot more than I do. And there's a few of you that probably know less than I do. And I've always done just a little bit of quilting for people, but I just don't want to make it a full-time, all-the-time job. Now I'm going to pin down on the other end. Got to get this done. I think this is the hardest part of it almost, is pinning it in here. I don't like this part. But after you get it done and get it in there good, then you're started, though. And did I say hi to June? Hi, June. I'm not sure if I said hi to you or not. Got that part pinned. I quilt for my heart and give away your quilts. Marilyn says she's a ways back in the woods. I tried driving down my lane yesterday. My car set so low you was dragging the car belly. Marilyn, just stay home a few more days. Flannel had just a wrinkle or two in the folded part of it. Now I gotta go cut me some batting. Marilyn, yeah, Jaja said you better stay home, Marilyn. All right, I'm gonna go cut me some batting, and I'll be back. December 82. All right, I'll be back. Sarah's still there, listening and putting binding on the quilts. Hi, Sarah. Kim and June both say hi, Sarah. Okay, I'm gonna go cut some more stuff. I'm gonna bring this so I won't forget. So I won't forget these numbers I wrote down here. I'm back. And Patsy, if you're in here, this is what I'm using for the batting on yours. The Warm and Natural. Hello, Rita Bannister. Mark go. It's my husband. See what he wants. Hello? Okay, I'm back. That was my husband. I have to talk to him when he calls, don't I? I do. Who else is done? It totally gets aggravated when you're 3/4 done with quilting and your bobbin runs out. I tell you, on a quilt machine, I change my bobbins real often so I don't, so I hopefully don't run out in the middle of a run. All right, I'm going to go back over here and place this one on there. Is it focusing or just one big bright white blob? I can't tell. I want y'all to see this pretty one. Standing on my tape measure. I don't need that anyway, do I? Now it's showing its pretty colors. And I cut that batting close, but I got it, but it'll be okay. I got batting hanging over there, and there's batting hanging over this other side, so it'll be okay. Move this out just a hair. I'll move that one up. I know, it looks like spring, don't it? They're beautiful colors. I say I'm not sure if you're seeing it, if the light's kind of funny on it. This one, they're both pretty, but I don't know, this colors in this one just makes me happy. Oh, I gotta quit sitting down. I won't never get nothing done. Oh, I've got to change the thread and get me some. Got to change the thread on the machine because it's going to be quilted in white. And it was just kind of a tannish color on there right now. See the difference? I got to go to this one this time. I need to see if I got another one over here in the cabinet. And hello, Jennifer. Rita Bannister had 8 tops to quilt, and I only quilted 4, so you have 4 more to go. I don't quilt all the time. Wind me some bobbins. It's my husband again. Hello? The chicken house? Oh my goodness. You're not. Well, I'll just tell you that was bad news. Terry was down there at we got those empty chicken houses, but one of them just hit the ground. One of them just collapsed. He happened to been down there, and he'd been parking the tractor in there, so it would start when he'd put out hay, and he was down there, and it collapsed while he was down there. Hmm. Oh, Terry wasn't in, and he was outside. He was waiting for Terry. He was waiting down there, waiting for Justin to come in from work so they could go take care of some cows. No, we had closed down the chicken farm, but they were nice barns. They were nice sheds. It didn't have much in it. He had a trailer parked in there with some lumber on it where he'd been hauling for the building down at the house. And we had some potatoes stored in there from last summer. So no, there wasn't no chickens. It was just kind of a storage building, but it was an old poultry house. They're like 450 foot long. If some of y'all that live in the South, you know what I'm talking about on these chicken houses. Well, nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. I had one of the nephews, one of his houses collapsed the other day, but I thought we were out of the woods on stuff getting this ice and stuff being heavy and collapsing things. But I guess not. Okay. I know. Stay away from there. I'm just looking out the windows and I saw one of his cousins just drive up, but it's the one that just comes by to visit every so often. Sending a couple of messages here to families, what I'm doing right now. The family's asking me what we had in them, and I said we didn't have a whole lot in them. My son Justin has some lot of woodworking stuff, but it was in the other house because there was two of them. No, there's not insurance now. They were so old and paid for, there wasn't any insurance on them. It'd be okay. It'd be okay. Not what we wanted, but it'll be okay. Well, we didn't have that kind of ice, Jaw. We just had some heavy sleet and stuff, but we didn't have the ice. The sleet and the snow was a lot of weight on barns and buildings and stuff. You know, yeah, that's probably right, Marilyn, because those property taxes, they charge you for every little improvement in building, don't they? Hey, Marla. I know, I'm okay. It's okay. It's okay. Man, what all did I have in there? There was a part of it that had a pretty good building, pretty good part of it where we used to store eggs. And I had a lot of stuff in that part of it, but I think it was the main part of the building. If y'all ever watch some of my older videos, I used to take in there every once in a while. I know it's okay, but I'm up here. Terry dropped me off up here, so I'm not even going to try to walk down there. I'd fall on the ice and be worse. I have 16 inches of snow clap stuff too, though, Marla. Yeah, every once in a while here I hear a thumping sound, and I don't know if it's the just the ice of falling off this building or what. I know it's a shock. We worried about them. It is. It was big. Yeah. Marla, we used to be poultry growers, and we had them long barns where we used to have chickens in them before we quit being contract poultry growers. And just a few minutes ago, while I was up here, Terry called me, and he was down there on the tractor, and he said one of them collapsed. It had a trailer in it. It had a flatbed trailer in it. Isn't it pretty? Her quilt's beautiful. And I finished the other one, Marla. Her quilts are both so pretty. So I better get back to work on it. This is what I'm gonna put on it. Terry will be up here to get me, and I won't have anything done. Let me check these messages. I think it's the family chat page. I'm gonna call Mama right quick if I can find how to get my phone. They changed up my phone. And I'm not sure if my chat's moving again. Hi, Gwen. And hi, Mark. Yeah, Patsy, we're just going to brag on your quilts every time we see them. They're so pretty. I can't find nothing on here. There it is. Hello. Well, have you been on the Facebook family page?
No, I haven't.
Well, I was up here at the quilt house of quilting, and Terry was getting the tractor out of number 2, going to go put out hay when Justin got here, and he was out of it, but that number 2 chicken house collapsed.
Oh, yours?
Yes, that old house. Yep.
Oh no, I hadn't.
Just a few minutes ago, Terry was standing outside, and he said he heard something, and down it went. Not the one that had, not the one with all Justin's woodworking stuff, but the other one. No.
That's what I was going to ask you. Was it before he had his sawmill?
No, because they had snow poles in it because of all that equipment, but this one didn't have any snow poles. So it's down.
No, I hadn't been on, huh? I hadn't been on. Well, Whitney couldn't make it today. Around with the mail, Carolyn called me and said, well, she went as far as she could, and she couldn't make it no further. So she turned around and went back, to the post office, went back home.
Larry
went up to Strawberry. Larry went up to Strawberry while ago. He drove his tractor from home down here to go hay. He hadn't ate them this Friday, so he said the roads kind of bad. But no, I hated about your chicken.
I know. I thought we was out of the woods. I thought it was getting better. All this weight on stuff. Yeah. Did you ever? I hated too. That was a nice shed. Wasn't never gonna put chickens back in
it. That's a good shed to put, to store the hay or to put in a lot of stuff in it.
Well, up in the egg room, up in the egg room, I had a bunch of stuff in that old egg room. I had fruit jars and just all kinds of stuff I took off the porch, antiques I took off the porch and set up there. But I think it's the main down through the middle where the chickens used to be, though. I mean, it's maybe
maybe it didn't come down enough on your stuff
in there. Yeah. I mean, you can't leave it up there, but it maybe it probably didn't damage that stuff. He did have a trailer. He did have a trailer in there, though. He did have a trailer parked in there, and he had been keeping the tractor up there, so it started on these cold days. But
I'm like you. I thought we'd kind of in the clear.
I thought so too.
Well, I once while I tried to peek down across the field, trying to see these barns down here, and I mean I can't. Well, I can go out, I guess, on my back porch and out that way, but I'm afraid that ground's slick. And I ain't got no business out there, so I haven't. My feet ain't touching the ground.
No, it still makes me nervous to walk to get in the truck when Terry brings me up here. But
that's right. Larry come by ago. He drove up here in his tractor for a few minutes, and that's the first one that'd been over my road. And I said something about here. You have this carport door, because that's the way he come in, way he went out. He said, "Boy, so that's a slick, where the mail didn't." There's right in my doorway, and I told him, I said, "Well, I ain't going to be, going out anyhow."
No.
But he said if he'd had a shovel, he said he would have tried to broke it and cleaned it off. But there's no shovel there, and did. But anyhow, I hate it. What you been doing? You've been up to?
I've got a woman out in Oklahoma, Patsey, sent me 2 quilts to quilt a few days ago, and I've got finished one of them, and I was putting the other one on the machine. But now I'm a little not in the mood to quilt right now. So.
That's what I was Sunday. I was doing pretty good Sunday, and after that Carolyn them calls and that chicken house and fell and give me the jitters, and every time I'd hear a little noise, I'd think it was something falling, and I tried that day because I tried to get on my carport so I could peep out at this building out here, but it made me just so nervous. Every little noise I'd hear, I'd jump.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. I knew how you'd been running and checking and on everything over at your place. So I just telling you, nothing nobody can do. But
nothing anybody can do. Well, I hated this, but ain't nothing like you say. Ain't nothing you can do if you'd have been standing.
No, nothing. Nothing anybody can do.
No.
All right, I'll hang up. I just hadn't talked to you since this morning.
Carolyn told me that I guess they're getting chickens back in the 4 houses they've got left. I think Monday, but boy, I wish this would get off because we also had little chickens in there.
I know. Not very much of it melted today, I don't think. It did it? I seen it.
Off the house. My temperature says it's 44 outside, but I don't see anything running off the house much.
No, it did. It dripped just a little bit, and then it quit pretty quick. But
and I tell you, some of this on the north side is going to be here a long time.
Yeah.
Here a long time. Well, I hate it. I tried to. Oh, damn noon, I guess, when Carolyn called and told me that Whitney went as far as she could. She had to turn around and go back. I tried to call you, and I didn't put that in on the answer machine.
When did you call this? You called.
What's no big deal.
You called after.
Did your mail?
Yeah, I got mail today, but I bet she didn't go too far up in the mountains, though. She come here. I got mail today,
I bet she didn't either. I bet she didn't go very far up the mountains either.
No. But,
Bet she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Ashley. I guess they had called, or she had called, because they said, yeah, the trucks have made it. You're to the post office. So I don't know how far she got today. Of course, she carries it around in town. I don't know about how far out, but she carries it, around in town. Because she has to go up that Skyline Drive, and that's crooked steep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Up through there, I know she goes up there because that's where that, I can't think their names now, but Charles, used to pastor the church. I liked him so well. And then you had to quit on County's house. What was, I can't think of his name now, but anyhow, they live up there, and actually they're talking about carrying her mail.
No.
But anyhow, I know she goes up there, and I don't know where else, but I always kind of hated that drive, even when it was pretty weather.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hang up. So I hate
to hear that, but I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay, I'm back. Seems like every time something happens, I talk to Mama. Everything's gonna be okay. I just didn't want the shed to fall down. Did I get it hung up? I need to. Yeah, she stays by herself and takes care of herself all the time. I heard that thump again. It must be some of this ice falling off the roof. It'll be okay. I said it'll be a mess, and I'll have to sometime or other when I can get down there to it. I'll have to show you guys the pictures. I guess things happen. They do. Things happen. Oh, let me look down the way. I can't see nothing from here because the other house is between here and there. Do I put on my boots and walk down there? Do I try? I got a stick. I was going to go do an interview with her years ago when my mama was a little girl and my daddy was a little boy, a little bit older. There was a bad tornado come through the area where they didn't live. Oh, they lived several miles apart and didn't even know each other. But I wanted her to do a video and talk about her memories of that tornado. We didn't have it insured. Well, I got a stick, Jaw. I can use my stick. I can hold on to the side of the fence as I go. I really ought to just get it off my mind and go back over here to this thing, but hello, Amanda Thompson. I read 2 of them yesterday, so if I got up late this morning and didn't get one read, what are we on? We'll be on 28 tomorrow. I can barely see a little bit of it. That's kind of, the roof's leaning down. I said the other house had a whole bunch of the son's woodworking equipment. He's got that stuff that cuts wood and makes pretty stuff. And it was in the other one, but it had snow poles. I don't need to fall. That's for sure. It's slick. If you're not careful, it's just slick. Oh May, what a day! Oh, I still got to change that bobbin. I never did get that bobbin wound, did I? Was I about to wind the bobbin when Terry called? I think that's what I was fixing to do. There's my little scissors. Here they are. I know. I don't bounce anymore either, I don't think. I want to read that just a second. Let me watch this just for a minute. I get tickled though too, Amanda, reading about all these contentious women. Don't you? Amanda says all those contentious women Solomon talks about because he had 700 wives. He must know what he's talking about. They're not funny. On this one, Patsey, it was right. I think it was Raspberry Summer. I think she said Raspberry Summer by Moda. Yeah. Oh, let's not be contentious. I think I'll just wind me a few bobbins here. I can do that without messing that up, maybe. A bit more. A raspberry summer and strawberry lemonade. Unplug it. I don't leave it plugged up. There's 3. That'll get me a ways. Making Marilyn thirsty. Hi, fish. You see, There's Marilyn's quilt. And outside. It's not going to focus outside, is it? Don't think it is. Just a bright light, ain't it? But if I look right down there, I see Terry and his cousin just walking around down there. We'll move over here. There was a tree in one spot. Terry's not good at walking anymore. I'll tell you about this quilt. I made this one a few years ago. Not too many, 3 or 4 years ago. And it's Jacob's ladder. Isn't that pretty? It was scrappy. But I'm donating it to our family reunion that's coming up this summer. And I think we're going to sell chances on it just to have money to buy prizes and give it away at the family reunion this summer. So I'm donating it. It's pretty. The back of it. See how it's quilted on the back? It's showing up or not. I'm going to put this back here on the thing back here. Pick this one up. You want to come on down. Be the family reunion on my mama's side of the family. I got a whole lot more cousins on mama's side of the family than I had on daddy's side of the family. Because my mama, let's see, she had a whole bunch of brothers and sisters. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. And Jewel and Nora and Rosie Mae and Orbell and Mama, 7. Mama had about 12, 13 brothers and sisters. There's a bunch of them. She come from a big family. And my daddy was his mama had 6 boys. 6 rowdy boys. They were a mess. I'm rolling this out down through here. Amanda Thompson. What was I saying? But before we retired, we were contract poultry growers, and we had these long buildings where we kept chickens in. But we quit doing that, but we still had the chicken houses. And just a few minutes ago, I was up here, and Terry was down at one of them where stuff was stored, and one of them collapsed. What do y'all suggest for you, Rock, to store those baked potatoes? How many did you bake? Could you make I bet you could do something with them. Make some kind of casserole you could freeze, or maybe make a baked potato soup. You like threaded that needle. Got it. Take that off-white thread out of that bobbin before I forget. Where'd my brush go? Get the lint out of it. Hi, Billy. I'm going to move that out just a bit. Oh, does y'all talk fast? I'll show you what I do with those quilting doodles. Let me show you. See if I can get it to focus. I've got this sheet here. See those quilting doodles? See if I can show you. And on this machine is a laser light. Can you see that? Little laser light. And I've used the machine, and it follows, the laser light follows where you want it to go. And it just glides around, and we follow these doodles. Can you see my laser light? And then it shows down here where I'm going to guide the machine at. And so I follow this down here, and I really can't even see what it's sewing out there on the other part. Billy's stuck at home, and it's nice. But this thing just glides so easy, side to side, and back and forth, and round and round. And so I hold on to these handles, and then it's sewing out there, and I'm following it back here on this part. How many doodles do I have? Well, I've got that doodle. Let's see. My doodles are down there. Can you see? There's my doodles. Those rolled up pieces of paper is my doodles. There's just a few of them here and a few. This is the one I just got through doing. That's what I just put on that quilt for Patsey just a minute ago. And then I've got loop-de-loops and just flowers and hearts. And Sarah does hers different. She does it from the front. But I don't do it from the front if I want that design. Because I know there are people that could quilt it from this side, just kind of watch what they were doing, but that's not the way I do it. Them people that just freehand it. All right, I need to make a basting stitch around it. I'm going to baste down the side and across the back to get started. I don't even know what that is, Sarah. This is the way I learn, so I just have to do the way I know how. I'm going to move that just a little bit more. Just a touch. And Sarah does the ruler work. I never did like to do the ruler work. Because I've got the stuff, the little thing I could put underneath here to do the ruler work, and I got some of the rulers. That's still not where I want it. Last time I tried to get it too close, though, I hit a pen, about tore up my machine. That ruler shelf was expensive for your HQ. I'm thinking that I got one when I bought my machine. It was part of the package, I think. I'm doing a little basting, Patsey. I'm not got into the nitty gritty, but I'm basting it in there. Didn't catch that one. Cut them threads before I forget. A bunch of worked up hands. That's funny. That's funny. They're talking here on my family page. In our area here, there's been like 30 chicken houses collapse. Now mine was an old one that was empty of chickens, but 30 is a lot. So anyway, there's been like 25 to 30. Oh no. See if I can show you. I don't have the picture of mine, but I'm going to show you the nephews that collapsed. One of his. He had 5 houses, but one of them fell down. If I can scroll back up to it. I'm going to show you pictures. Family's done a lot of talking the last few days. And I ain't even read it all. All kinds of gossip on this family thing. Well, where is it? Their dogs, their cats, their cows. This is I don't know if you can see it, but this is my nephew's chicken house that collapsed the other day, one of them. See how it all went down? We had 2 similar to that down there in front of this place, and one of them collapsed kind of like that right there. So that's what happens when they collapse, when the ice and snow is too heavy on the roof of them. I've heard of there was an airplane hangar down in Mena, and there's been some boat docks that collapsed, and I've even seen pictures on Facebook of those little car sheds that some of them just kind of went down on cars. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go back over there. I'm just kind of stuck up here till somebody comes and gets me. I don't have no way home. Y'all won't let me walk home. Y'all afraid I'm fall. There's a message here from Jaja at 11 o'clock. I'll respond back to her. She said the chat was moving on y'all side this morning, but it wasn't on Restream. Hey, Deborah. It's time. It's time for the son to be home from work. And he's not made it in yet, I don't think. There's some tree branches between where I'm looking down there, and I can't see everything down there that I want to see. I look one way and then the other way. I'm gonna pet this quilt here, Patsy. Work that fabric all the way that I want it to lay flat, nice and straight. Move that this way just a little bit. I'm going to mark that corner. All them houses collapsed. They're going to make chicken go up. Am I still moving? That the last comment? Is Kim says hi to Deborah? Is that the last one? It's not wacky. It's not. I just smooth and smooth. It's fine, Patsy. Yours are good. Hadley's got to go do some chores. Bye, Hadley. I hope no more catastrophes either. See you later. What am I seeing now? I don't know what I'm seeing. Can't tell y'all what I'm seeing because I don't know. Just them wandering around down there. Okay, back to work. Back to work. Yeah, Jaja wants to know if anybody's making a 250 quilt this year. Crinkle Dreams is sending out 50 free block patterns, Jaja says. Well, the tractors are moving. That means he'll put out that hay and then he'll come and get me later. But I don't know how long it's going to take back there. Hello, Jenna Hughes. Okay, I'm going to quilt. Remind me where I put that pencil if I look for it. Right there. I'm going to stop and look at it. It looks good. It's okay. They're calculating how much time I have in here, look. I've got to stay till the guys come back and get me. And I've been live streaming 2 hours and 23 minutes. And Jaja got the Land That I Love pattern by Vintage Spool. I don't know how to applicate, but you'll learn. You'll learn. And I want to do one, but haven't started yet. I have 2 military sons and thought that maybe I could do one for each of them as well. You better start soon, yeah. That'd be a good thing for Amanda to do. That's the second time I've sneezed today. All right, back to work. Patsey will think I never am going to get her quilt done. It looks sweet on there. A little bit further. I'll see if I can show that. Can you see the design? I bet you can't see it. If you can see that or not. I was trying to show you them little flowers, but it's don't working. Yeah, that beeping. I'm going too fast. Beep, beep, beep. It does a lot of that beeping, don't it? I started on my big row. Now I got to go back and do my little short row. Just one little flower down here. rain. And there's Carrie. To roll it, I picked the high spot that I quilted, and then I roll it down to my point on the pantograph down here on the other side. Bye, Amanda. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm seeing more people down there at down the way there. Terry's not down there. He went that way, and the chicken house and people's down that way. Looks like two white trucks down there. They're leaving out. They're going that way. Not looking for me. Yeah, I know. There was about a year difference in the age, and they were old. They were like 45 years old. The one of them, the other one they put snow poles in it because it has some pretty expensive pieces of equipment in it. Yeah, stay safe, Carrie. There's more cold weather coming this weekend. The South has just almost come to a standstill. hadn't it, guys? Pay attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, how cold is it in Canada? It ain't been pretty down here, has it? Looks pretty. It looks so cute. What's the last ride? cold. Cold every place, though, ain't it, Jaja? I got on heavy, heavy, fuzzy socks, but my feet's cold right now. Terry and Justin haven't came back yet. Wasn't she one of them that was gonna? Wasn't Dolly one of them gonna do the Super Bowl concert? Not the one at the Super Bowl, but the one that that Turning Point was gonna do. Yeah, the halftime show. But I think Dolly was one of them that was going to do that. I think. I saw a picture and kind of read the headline, but I didn't read all the details. Yeah, I agree with McIntyre. She was one of them, I think. Well, I see Terry's going to the house. He's taking the tractor back to the other barn. So he'll be up here to get me in a little bit. Well, there he goes with another bale of hay down that way. So I've got a few more minutes. What's the name of the pantograph? Let me see. What's it called? It's called Ragtime Flowers. It's called Ragtime Flowers. It come from Urban Elements. All right. I'm going to make another run. Y'all still chatting with each other while I work? I don't know where my crew went to. They just drop me off up here and leave me, don't they? Out of sight, out of mind. Oh, I see a long message comment over there. I'll come back and read it. Let me get this in place. Do you remember a few years ago when Texas lost power for a week or two from a storm they had? I went and bought a little propane heater after that, even though I'm in Washington. You know, there was people that froze to death in their homes in that storm. What didn't they? In Texas, the power grid couldn't handle it all. Max Velocity just said a bomb cyclone is coming. Oh my. When did he say? This weekend, Marla? I'm gonna have to get some weather. I ain't got a whole lot of weather. I just know it's been cold. It's up off the floor now. See? It's not dragging on the floor now. Just that batting. Oh. Okay, that was my husband. He's coming to get me, so I'm going to shut everything down, okay? So I'm leaving from up here. Gonna put my boots on and my coat on and set the water and turn off everything that needs turned off and unplugged. So I see y'all later. Bye for now. Later this week. Okay. Bye, guys. Thanks for keeping me company. But I'm going to the house.